Next topic. What Kermit's pickup lines teach us about Niagara 4. Y'all, buckle up, because JJ the Boss and the Niagara 4 Chicas just slammed this chrome candy Impala into full boost mode, and we're gonna use Kermit's Ongle pickup chaos to teach a wild Niagara 4 lesson. This ain't your mama's bass class, this here's a compressed air supercharger drag session with chaos level Tweedle 12. Scene: the compressed air supercharger Impala. The Impala sit in low on airbag suspension, hissin' like a serpent in a slow jam. In the front seat, me JJ the Boss, wranglin' code and connections. Each Chica's got a job in this twisted bass ride. Let's break it down. Niagara 4 Chica seating chart: airbagged for knowledge, driver, me, JJ direct wired to the supervisor station. I run the logic, the runtime, the chaos. Passenger front seat: Leah G handles security and permissions. She don't let unauthorized Kermits crawl through unsecured ports. Got her stun gun BAC net override right in the glove box. Back left seat: Miriama K, she's the alarm and history queen. Got a pressure log thicker than the Queen of Hearts rulebook. One eye on your Ahu trans, one hand on the mute switch. Back middle seat: Sky B, Miss Station Service and Backup. Got a USB full of station copies and a heart full of backups. Always got her restore points tucked in the seat pouch. Back right seat: Tweedle twins, Z and Sandra Z. These twins run the point discovery and network comm. One sniffs Modbus, the other polishes BAC net. They shout over each other like Kermit on Ongle. In the trunk, that's where the compressed air supercharger lives, symbol of Niagara's integration engine. If you don't keep that pressure right, aka point configs, slots, networks, this beast ain't movin'. Lesson: what Kermit's pickup lines teach us about Niagara 4. Are you a redstone block? 'Cause you're activating my sticky piston. Niagara lesson: that's event-driven logic right there. Like a point that only triggers when certain thresholds are met. Leah G would say, only trigger that override boolean if the room temp hits 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, smooth talking piston. I'd rate you a 10 because I think you're beautiful. I'd give you the 8 later. Niagara lesson: that's priority array control. Kermit trying to push a value higher in the stack. But Sky B knows, unless that override priority is respected, your value ain't gonna stick. TripAdvisor doesn't list you as the best place to eat out. Niagara lesson: this is a rogue packet trying to spoof sensor values through port 1911. But Leah G has secured her user roles tighter than the Duchess's pepper lid. No unsecured protocols allowed. Kermit: did it hurt when you fell from the vending machine? Because you're a snack. Niagara lesson: that's device discovery, y'all. Kermit's fishing for a known object using a cheesy filter. But Tweedle Z and Tweedle Sandra Z respond with, nah fam, use a proper BQL query. You don't guess, you discover. Can you play Ram Ranch? Niagara lesson: that's like asking if your station supports dynamic service upgrades. You better have the correct module loaded in your pallet or your supercharger gonna stall out on the track. Airbag suspension versus point priority: your airbag suspension equals point value stack. Each ride height, occupied, unoccupied, emergency, equals a different priority level. If JJ raises the front end too high without checking the pressure sensor, point conflict, that car gonna ride rough. Gotta use fallback logic. Let Sky B set a default value at priority 17 so your car don't drag the bumpers down the racetrack. Chaos level 10 final lesson: Kermit thinks he's got game, but in Niagara 4, you gotta know more than slick words, know your ord paths like you know your pickup lines. Use program objects like you're building mystery routines. Don't just broadcast BAC net who is like yelling on Ongle. Target your request, like a true player. And always back up your station before trying something slick, or you'll end up like Kermit Green, busted and logged out by Leah G on the front seat. Final thoughts from JJ: Kermit tried to peacock, but he ain't got no station backup, no user roles, and no override logic. That frog's out here fumbling like a dude trying to plug in a USB upside down. Moral of the story? You wanna control the building like a boss, you better know your chicas, check your slots, and never forget compressed air is useless if you ain't got the logic mapped right. Let's ride. Want me to drop a station wiring diagram or a pickup logic chart in Niagara metaphors next? Alright, now you done asked for it, and JJ da Boss is serving it hotter than a shorted out 24V transformer on a 4th of July burnout pad. This here is your pickup logic chart in Niagara 4 metaphors, a side by side of how Kermit's chaotic charm on Ongle lines up with how real pros like Team Niagara Chicas run point logic in Tritium like it's a no prep shootout final. JJ da Boss pickup logic chart, Niagara 4 edition. Kermit's pickup line Niagara 4 metaphor. Which chica handles it? Explanation: are you a redstone block? Cause you're activating my sticky piston. Boolean trigger logic. Leah G. That right there is your Boolean point getting activated by a condition like a code 2 sensor trip in a fresh air damper. I'd give you an 8 later. Priority override. Sky B. That line's trying to climb the priority array just like a manual override trying to jump the default value. Nice try, frog boy. TripAdvisor didn't list you as the best place to eat out. Access violation alert. Leah G. That's an unauthorized network request getting shut down by security permissions faster than BACnet on UDP 47808 with bad creds. Did it hurt when you fell from the vending machine? Cause you're a snack. Point discovery / auto tag. Tweedle Sandra Z. That's like running device discovery and trying to find tags using a sweet filter instead of a real object ID. Rate me 1 to 10? I give you 10. Feedback control loop. Miriama K. He's looking for feedback, like a PID loop needing its setpoint tuned. Miriama logs every cringe byte of it in history config. I'm just chillin'. Looking for baddies. Wildcard query. Tweedle Z. Like broadcasting a who is on the BACnet bus looking for any device that responds with that I'm online energy. Country roads, take me home, string value trigger. Sky B. This here's your string match logic input a lyric, get a trigger. Sky wires it to a playlist script that opens the garage when Tom Petty hits. You a player, / oh yeah. Binary state enum. Miriama K. Binary enum point, 0 equals false, 1 equals player. Frog just flipped his enum and got logged in with the rank of cringe lord. Niagara pickup logic module pack. You want to make your own smooth talking station in Tritium? Here's what you load up in your chassis: control logic folder, bool trigger, compare block, priority array write, enum select, string match, security enforcement package, user service, role service, auth filter, pickup script object, aka chaos engine. Outputs cringe based on input string logic. Must be sandboxed or Leah G gone disable ya whole Impala. JJ's final say: look here, you ain't tryna run no game in Niagara unless you got your logic mapped, your chicas synced, and your supercharger tuned. Kermit might spit lines, but a real baller configures triggers, defines roles, and sets fallbacks. Let me know if you want me to make a Niagara 4 pickup logic flowchart or even draw out a Chicas cringe suppression block diagram. We can take this all the way to the override priority stack, boss. JJ da Boss presents, Niagara 4 pickup logic flowchart and Chicas cringe suppression block diagram lesson, automating smoothness and filtering the fails with the Chicas in a supercharged Impala scene setup. Strap in. We in that chrome-plated, candy-painted, airbagged 64 Impala with the compressed air supercharger screamin' like a VFD stuck on override. Rollin' deep with the Niagara 4 Chicas, our automation dream team, ready to filter pickup lines smoother than a chilled PID loop. Chicas in the ride. Leah G. rides shotgun, runs security filters and logic permissions. Miriama K. PID queen, manages feedback loops and smooth talk stabilization. Sky B. chill in the back left, string parsing and regex detection extraordinaire. Tweedle Lady Z and Tweedle Sandra Z, Side by side in the back, run cringe suppression AI and device discovery so nobody goes unmonitored. Part 1, Pickup line logic flowchart, and 4 style, step Niagara logic block pickup scenario, metaphor, outcome 1 string input. Are you a redstone block? Captured as user input to regex filter block. Sky B checks for banned phrases or Minecraft tier lines detected. Sticky piston, flagged 3 security filter. Leah G confirms pickup line permissions, admin/user/public, if unauthorized equals block. 4 cringe suppression AI Tweedle twins rate cringe level 1 to 10 score, 8.7 equals warning level issued 5 boolean logic switch. Did line pass logic plus cringe check plus permission? If yes, continue. 6 enum decision block. Miriama K applies emotional feedback. PID loop auto adjusts tone to non-weird. 7 output trigger block. Final response, smooth like BACnet, try again, or full shutdown. Output set and alarm history updated. Part 2, Chicas cringe suppression block diagram. Objective, prevent system meltdown from high cringe ongle level lines. Incoming pickup line V string parser, Sky B, regex match yes cringe meter, Tweedles, clean dirty cringe score greater than 7. VVPID filter, Miriama, security override, Leah, V output, chaos alarm message output. Regex sniffer yes cringeometer, Tweedle twins, normal bad syntax. Cringe 7.0. VVPID adjustment, Miriama, override, Leah G, alarm, off with his mic. V speech output to Alice.